So here we are. We just got Liara, and she went to the doctor. So now we are free to run around the ship. We might be able to talk to her again, or maybe not. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
maybe some of the other dudes will have stuff to say though.
Maybe. Or maybe they'll have nothing to say and we'll have to cut it out of the video.
Oh well. The fast forwarding on the last one, those ones you did with Ben, those were funny though.
Yeah.
Dr. Chuckwas had absolutely nothing new to say.
Yeah, that was a great time. Remember when that happened? It seemed like just yesterday. Let's see if Joker has anything to say.
I prefer gold to silver, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
You sure you want that?
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her.
And that's
Balance
you.
isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
So let's chat.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
Me
You mean-
neither.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Well, that's cool. Don't worry, Joker. I think you're a pretty chill dude. Let me ask you about your nickname.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Yeah, right.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Yeah, with a
Look,
beard.
I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Were you unhappy?
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Well, that's cool. Pretty cool stuff. Personal history. Does that say anything new?
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
That's cool.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Is that what you always say? Do you always say I have to go? Is that your let's get away from people now, Shepard?
I mean, I don't know. It seems kind of abrupt, but I guess there's no smooth way to end a conversation sometimes.
I guess people in the future don't say Ollie's out.
No, and it doesn't seem very professional for a military personnel. That's another thing. I was thinking about why this feels so different from Dragon Age and the other things I'm used to, and it's kind of like you're in control of all your companions. You're like you literally are in a position of power over them, which is different from like Dragon Age and stuff like that, where it's just everybody's friends and they're behind you for one reason or another, but they're not like literally subordinate to you.
Yeah, they just like respect you and stuff. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they can respect you or whatever. And that would be why they do stuff you ask them to.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So now we're gonna see if the other crew members have anything interesting to say, and if they don't, then we'll just skip over it.
Okie doke.
Commander, do you have a minute?
Oh boy.
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
We'll get things done. I'd rather operate independently than have the brass on our backs anyway.
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
That's a cute way to look at it.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice.
Oh, for justice! Get out!
I thought about it after brain camp. Sorry. Biotic acclimation and temperance training.
I probably
I'm
ought
not
to do that
looking for
too.
the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
It's cool.
Bot? Really?
I don't think Luca seems like a very formal person.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled.
So you don't want to go to brain
results
camp?
Of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Damn corporation.
Yeah!
You know, yeah, just it bears repeating, Luca's a biotic too. So she either must have had a very different experience or...
I heard all about that. How companies would arrange
Or she heard all
accidents to
about that.
expose people
Yeah.
to element 0.
But she didn't go to brain
There was
camp.
never any proof of that. It's not what happened in my case, anyway. My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. Bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero.
Jump 0 is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We
Oh,
didn't know
that's
what to do,
cute.
though.
Lights
It was a
out.
research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Time to get physical then.
You were
Oh
all
my
teenagers. I'm sure you found other ways to occupy the
That
time.
didn't come out
Are
like
we
I
really
expected.
talking
Not
about
the sort who
this?
does that kind of thing, Commander. Not lightly, anyway.
I didn't mean to say that.
There was a girl
Oh,
I spent
shit.
a lot of time with, where we kept our clothes on.
I didn't mean to go down this path.
She was
Abort,
from Turkey.
abort.
Her family was very rich, but she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess.
We did the thing!
Whoa.
Oh,
That happened.
That escalated quickly.
Well.
Moving on.
Okay.
Jump 0's a long way from home. What was it like?
Yes.
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
You're right, yeah.
We have to depend on each other in combat. I like knowing what kind of man I have at my back.
Luca!
I understand, ma'am. I won't let you down. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Laura, what have you done?
Of course. But I don't enjoy it with everyone.
Oh!
Talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that.
That didn't go how I expected it would.
You may or may not have just accidentally initiated a romance, I'm just saying.
Well, I'm sure it's, not set in stone yet.
You'd hope.
Yeah. Yeah.